I've spent a lot of time on this channel showing you the exact products to run on your dropshipping store to go make some money, but I haven't yet showed you a lot of Facebook ads. I do those in my streams, and if you do want to watch those streams, there's a link in the description here. You can go there and watch me teach all these students how to run Facebook ads. But today I'm going to show you my Facebook ads testing strategy for 2025. This is something I've been working on for the last couple of months. I've implemented it across a couple of stores. It's starting to do really, really well, and I'm happy to share this with you today. So let's get started. I'm going to break this down into 4 easy steps. Stage 1 is an initial product testing and an optional targeting testing. Stage 2, this is where we start to do ad testing. And stage 3, we're going to launch an Advantage Plus shopping campaign. And in stage 4, we're going to actually start to optimize for the future and continue optimizing to make more money. Let's get started. The product that we're going to be running with today is my Homecraftology diamond painting product. I've been selling this for over 8 years now. Crafting is a niche that is close to my heart and my family. I'm not a crafter myself, but my kids and my wife are, and I'm thrilled to produce these awesome products for the rest of the world to go and enjoy. Having said that, I've been running this for 8 years. My ads have to target people who haven't seen this before, hopefully, and then they've got to retarget and convince my current customers to come back and purchase from me again. And I can tell you, it's been difficult. I've been seeing my cost per purchase rising now for the past 8 years. And I've had to find strategies that work to bring that cost per purchase back down. And I'm really happy to say that I've managed to do that. I've managed to get my cost per purchase now down to about $35 Australian, whereas it was around $50 to $60 using this exact strategy. So, let me start. Stage 1, initial product testing with optional targeting testing. For this, we're going to create a brand new manual sales campaign by selecting a manual sales campaign right here. I won't go through, I've already made one, but that's how you do it. It's pretty simple. Inside, make sure you're doing all this stuff. Make sure you label things correctly so that you know what's going on. If you need to understand your strategy, labeling makes it so much easier. Initial testing. Let's pretend I've never run this product before. The goal of initial testing is to 1, make sure that this product is viable and they can maybe make money. And 2, do some initial testing to see if it's better if I target people by targeting or I target people by no targeting. That doesn't make a lot of sense, but that's how Facebook ads work. So I'm going to test out 3 different ad sets to start off with. You can test more. How many ad sets you test out depends on how much money you've got to burn. We start all of these ad sets off at a very small $10 a day budget. You could go up to $20 a day. That will get you your results quicker, but you're going to burn through more cash. I've selected 3 here just because I couldn't be bothered making more for this video, but you could have 5, 10, however many you need. Completely up to you. I personally, for my brands that I'm doing this for, I usually have broad targeting and maybe do 1 or 2 others, just to get an idea if targeting is going to be better. But to be completely honest with you, at this point in my career, I'm really only interested in selling products if I can make them work with no targeting whatsoever, because it usually makes it easier to scale. So the most important thing you need to understand about doing this initial testing, if you're going to be testing different targeting, is inside of all of these ad sets, you're going to put all the initial videos and all the initial images that you've got into each of these ad sets so that every ad set has the same copy, images, and videos. Down to the headlines, everything needs to be the same. If you put too many parameters into this, then your test will be meaningless and the data that you get will be useless. So we need to keep all of the ads that go into each of these ad sets exactly the same. And you want to put like 4 or 5 different ads in there. We want to have a video ad, 1 or 2 is fine. You want to have 3 to 4 image ads. The more variety we give Facebook, the better, as long as they're all the same in each ad set. And for this initial test, we'll test out stress as a keyword. We'll test out papercraft as a keyword. We'll test out broad testing as a keyword. Now, how you go and put that keyword in? We'll go into this one right here. We'll come back down into the settings here. Don't worry about the rest of the settings. None of that is important for me right now. For you, obviously it is. We're going to go into Advantage Plus Audience. We're going to switch to Original Audience. Facebook doesn't want you to do that, but we're going to do it anyway. And from here, we're going to go and add our actual detailed targeting in, and we're going to go and type in stress. And we don't really have any good keywords for stress. So rather than stress, well, you know what? We'll just go crafts for this one, just to show you an example of finding that right keyword, and then we will publish that and off we go. I would let this run for a good 2 to 3 days. I would come back once I've spent $20 to $50 on each ad set, and I'd take a look at what's going on. And if broad was working, I'd turn the rest of the ad sets off. Happy days. And when I say working, 1 or 2 sales would be nice. This does not need to be profitable right now. We're mostly concerned, can we get sales? Is our click-through rate above 1.5%? Because 1.5% is my usual benchmark figure that I'm trying to achieve close to. And is my cost per click under $1.50, $2? If we're reaching those kind of targets and we've had a sale or 2, happy days, we're doing well, testing has worked. And from there, if I've decided that Some of my targeting option works if the metrics look good, if I'm getting that 1.5% or more click-through ratio, if I'm getting that cost per click under that $2 mark. What I might consider doing then is actually combining all of my working keywords into one ad set. Ideally, in this broad testing campaign, eventually only have 2 running ad sets, broad and maybe targeting. Now, this ad set won't last forever. This is just to kick the ball off and get the ball rolling. We will eventually be turning this one off. But for now, if things are looking good, you can keep this running. Keep this running at say $10 to $50 a day, whatever you're comfortable running. Go see if you can get some sales. And if you're profitable, happy days. If you're not, don't worry. Brighter days are coming. We need to be able to get about 9 to 10 sales from this campaign before we can really create a shopping campaign in the future. Now, once we've done this initial testing, we're up to stage 2, starting our ad testing. Now, this is a brand new campaign for ad testing. And in this situation, I'm calling this one broad testing. Broad testing. Now you can see here, I have all of these turned off. I'm not currently broad testing. I've done that. I'm happy. I'm in a good situation with this ad account right now. But to get into a good situation, I had to understand what headline to use. I had to understand what images to use. I had to understand what text to use. And the only way that you can do that is to test these different ads against each other. Now, for each of these ad sets, I have exactly one ad inside of them. And in this ad, I'm testing one element at a time. At the moment, well, recently, I was just actually testing ad images. Why? Because I'd already gone through the process of testing which ad copy and which headlines and which descriptions work. I knew which ones worked for them. I even knew which offer worked the best. I spent some time testing offers. Should I do 50% off or 40% off? What should I do there? And it turned out, for me, the best offer was 40% off. I got more sales at 50% off for sure, but I made more profit at 40% off. I'm sticking to 40. So here we have a whole bunch of ad sets. Nothing in the ad sets is different. They're all completely the same, but inside each ad set is one ad. And inside each ad, it's up to you to go and figure out what exactly do I want to test. In this situation, I'm testing a different approach. Problem, solution. For P1, I think I've got the same thing, problem, solution, with a different picture of my wife for the different product. So we're testing which product works best. For O1, come down here, we've got a very similar picture, but this is a completely different angle. We're testing at the gift angle. So you see here, we're testing angles, we're testing text, we're testing different colors, we're testing different designs, so I can have a really good idea of which one of these is actually going to be my winner. That was actually one of my favorite ads right there. But my opinion doesn't count. The only thing that matters is your buyer's opinions. So what we do, we run these ads for a little while. You can see here, I spend about 20 to 30 bucks before I start looking at these to make decisions. I do look at cost per purchase, but cost per purchase is also only half of the equation. The other thing that I look for is click-through rate. I like anything above 1.5, but you can see here, I've got ads giving me 4% click-throughs. My target for my cost per click is anywhere under $1.50, but you can see here I've got some for 97 cents. So what I do, after I'm happy that I've run this for long enough that my stats are correct, I take my winners. Okay, let's just say J1, clearly one of my winners. We will take this and take all of them, all my winning ads, into an Advantage Plus shopping campaign for stage 3. Let's go take a look at that right now. So this is my Advantage Plus shopping right here. For most of the clients that I work with, we generally have a testing campaign and an Advantage Plus shopping campaign. And that's all we have. And we spend millions of dollars on ads and we generate millions of dollars in sales. Honestly, sometimes simpler is better. Inside of here, you will see we have a lot of different ads, right? Tons and tons and tons of different ads. Now, some ads are spending, some ads are not. Facebook will spend its money where it thinks your best ads are. And you can see here, we've spent $3,000 on this one with a cost per purchase of $38, a ROAS of 2.3, which is fantastic. Good click-through rate and a very good cost per click of 95 cents. Wonderful. But some of my other ads here are giving me way better results. We've got $30 cost per purchase, $30 cost per purchase, $24 and $65. And this is where optimization, stage 4, can become a little bit tricky. Okay, you might look at this and say, this is a no-brainer, Chris. Turn off the one that's giving you $40 purchases and turn off the one that gives you $45 purchases down here. Logic would dictate, if I turn those off, then my spend would go to my other ads and my other ads might actually perform better. And that is a logical test that you might want to run. However, that's not exactly how Facebook ads work, because Facebook ads, each individual ad has what we call a window of opportunity for it to take the credit for the sale that you get. Let's just say, for example, the ad here that everyone is watching because Facebook is spending the most amount of money here. Let's just say you watch that ad on the Facebook feed and you click it and you go to my website and you think that's really cool, but you don't make the purchase right now. You wait until you get an email from me with a 10% off voucher. And then you think, perfect, I'm gonna go and make my sale. But between that point, you have seen another ad. You've maybe seen this one down here. Just an image ad pops up on your screen. You didn't even click it. You just saw it, and maybe that reminded you to go and open the email up and use the 10% off voucher. And if that happens, if you make the purchase after Facebook has served an ad up on your account, it will have a view through conversion, and it will actually select this one as the winner. So if I had have turned off my higher spending ad thinking this was not performing, perhaps I'll have much worse performance overall. So at this point, what you want to do, knowing that these are your best ads, if you do make any changes to this particular ad set, you write down the date, you write down the change, you write down why you made it, and you come back in 2 or 3 days' time and you look at your overall cost per purchase and your overall how much you've made, and you determine if that change made a difference. And if it did, turn your ad back on. Happy days. Now, the other thing is, what do we do from here? We've got 10 or so good ads in here, but do we stop? And the answer is no. We never stop testing new ideas and new ads and new creatives. That always goes on in the same broad testing campaign as before. That's actually why I've got so many. You can see here, I've just got stacks and stacks and stacks and stacks of ad sets. And I won't stop. My ads team are already working on the next 10 I'm going to start testing. When I have my next 10 winners, what do I do with them? I have 2 options. I can stick them back into my Advantage Plus shopping campaign, but that will probably put my delivery from active into learning. And that would probably increase my cost per conversion and make me really unhappy for a couple of weeks while I sit through and make a lot less money. So really, I don't want to touch this one. This is performing well. I want to do as minimal changes to this particular ad set as possible. Instead, what I would do is duplicate this campaign, change the date. See, I got the date here, 5th to the 1st. That's the last time I touched it. I would duplicate this campaign, change the date, add my new products in, and start off this campaign at $100 a day and slowly taper off the old one and bring the new one up. And if the new one doesn't perform as well, we stick to the old one. I don't want to rock the boat. I don't want to stop things that are working. And I don't want to take a really good ad account that's making and printing money and all of a sudden stop it from doing that by making a stupid mistake. That's why we do this, and that's how we do this, and that's my testing strategy, guys. If you've got a different strategy that works for you, please let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. If you've seen someone else do it differently and you want my opinion, drop a link in the comments too. I'll have a watch of that video and maybe do a review. But this is what's working for me, and this is what's working across multiple accounts. If you're doing something very, very similar, but you got your own flavor to it, don't go and do what I do. Do it your way. As long as you understand what you're trying to achieve at each phase in the testing, and as long as you're not changing too many variables in your testing, you're going to be fine. Anyway, guys, I will see you in my next video, and until then, go chase those conversions.